Na ang chismis kabibig, nako, aarestuhin na si Martin Romualdez. Sinampahan na ng kaso ni Boyeng Remulla. Naku po, after nang naglabas ng video si Martin Romualdez na kung saan sabi niya huwag niyo akong gawing scapegoat sa mga pagnanakaw niyo, tapos ni-mention niya si Zaldico at si Chis Escudero. Naguguluhan ako nung Senate President pa si Chis Escudero sa Senado, ang sabi niya si Zaldico at Martin. Ngayon sa video ni Zaldico, si Martin, BBM, Lisa, Sandro Marcos, sila yung mga taong sangkot sa flood control anomalies. Ngayon, kay Martin Romualdez, Zaldico, si Chis Escudero, at ang executive department. Pero bakit tila hindi na-mention niya si BBM? Sino ba ang leader sa executive department? Naku po, para yatang kulang pa ng push itong si Martin Romualdez para magsalita. Baka ito na ang ipupush ni Martin. Kasi sabi ni Martin, sige, gusto niyo public ang iyong pag-yurak sa akin sarili? Isa sa publiko lahat. Isa sa publiko ko. Lahat nalalaman ko. Baka Martin, ito na ang pangalawa mong video ha. Gagawa ka ng pangalawang video kasi ito na, aarestuhin ka na talaga kasi meron ng sinampang kaso. Ang daming kasong sinampa, Martin. Paano na to? Dapat sana ang unang masampahan ang ex-Senate President pero nagpalabas ka ng video, ikaw ang unang sinampahan, Martin. Naku po. Ano ang iyong komento? Ito kabibig, tingnan mo, April 21, 2026. Case number, ESB26PHD00002. People of the Philippines versus Congressman Ferdinand Martin Gomez Romualdez. Saang division? 7th Division. Basahin natin ha. Martin Romualdez, may kaso na sa Sandigang Bayan. Naku po, yan ang sinasabi natin. Naku Martin, naunahan ka na dong. Sinampahan ka lang ang kaso. At ang daming kaso, Martin. Ito the Sandigan Bayan has raffled the cases for plunder, direct bribery, graft, indirect bribery, and money laundering filed against former Speaker Martin Romualdez in connection with his alleged involvement in the anomalies in flood control projects. Naku po, ang dami. Ilan ba? Plunder, direct bribery, graft, indirect bribery, and money laundering. 5 kaso ang isinampa. Naku, Martin, paano yan? Ang dami. After mo naglabas ng video, ito, 5 kasong isinampal sa'yo sa Sandigan Bayan. The cases have been raffled to the Sandigan Bayan 7th Division. The Office of the Ombudsman also requested a verified ex parte application for the issuance of a precautionary hold departure order to block Romualdez attempt to leave the country. Yan na, Martin. At alam mo ba, Martin, nakalabas na ang naku, paano ang sakit na may nagawawa naman si Martin. Naawa-awa ka. Ako, hindi ako naawa kay Martin. Oy, bakit ako maawa-awa ni Martin? Naku, sabi ng mga ilang yan, problema na yan ni Martin. Di ba? Ito, hiniling ng Office of the Ombudsman sa Anti-Money Laundering Council na ma-freeze ang mga assets ni dating House Speaker Martin Romualdez. Ako, i-freeze na ang mga bangko, ang mga assets, ang mga lupain, kayamanan ni Martin Romualdez. Yan ang request ng Office of the Ombudsman. Sino ba ang ombudsman natin? Boyeng Remulla. At akala nyo ba matatakot si Boyeng Remulla? Sino ba ang I'm sure may nagkumpas yan kay Boyeng May nagkumpas kay Boyeng, ito nang gawin mo, ilaglag mo na si Martin. Boyeng, mag-request ka na sa Anti-Money Laundering Council para ma-freeze na ang asset ni Martin, sampahan nyo na ng 5 kaso. May kaso na. Ayon kay Ombudsman Jesus Crespin Remulla, ito ay may kaugnay umano ng money laundering. Nako po, hindi rin suportado ng Office of the Ombudsman ang hiling ni Romualdez na mapacheck up sa Singapore. Kasama si Romualdez sa nasa Immigration Lock Bulletin Order. Yan nakabibing. Bawal lang umalis ni Martin. Hindi na siya pwedeng umalis sa bansa. Naka-standby ka na ha. Standby ka na, Martin. Hindi ka na pwede talagang umalis. Dito ka na lang talaga. Naku po. Bakit? Bakit ayaw paano si Martin? Kailangan ni Martin magpaano sa kanyang puso. Ay, puso. Ay, sumakit na ang puso ni Martin. Sabi pa ni Martin, ito ang sabi ni Martin, ha? May pananakot si Martin kabibig. Sige, gawin niyo yan sa akin. Sabi ni Martin, I will not be the fool guy for others people's corruption. Hala? Naku po, paano yan? Hindi ako pwedeng ako lang. Ako yung magiging fall guy nyo sa mga ginawa yung corruption. Ako lang? Damay-damay na to. Ala ka, Martin. Damay-damay talaga kasi si Martin kakasuhan na talaga kabibig. Di ba?
In other words,
yan na sinasabi natin. Ito, I have been in public life long enough. I have seen enough. I have heard enough. I know many things about this current administration and past administrations as well. Hala, alam ni Martin lahat, mga kabibig.
How can I be?
Pakinggan natin ha, si Martin. Martin.
How can I be the mastermind? I was the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, but the House of Representatives is only one part of the branch of government, the legislature. The national budget is not conceived, executed, implemented, bidded out, supervised, and completed by one congressman or even by Congress alone, and certainly not by the Speaker of the House. I want to make this simple and clear. The national budget does not depend on just one person. The budget does not begin in the House. It begins in the executive. The agencies and departments prepare their proposals. The executive consolidates them into the National Expenditure Program, and that program is then submitted to Congress. From there, the House deliberates, but the House is not one person, and it is certainly not the Speaker alone. It is a collegial body made up of hundreds of members, multiple committees, vice chairs, and institutional processes. In fact, there are around 85 committees, each with its own jurisdiction, leadership, and members. No speaker can personally control every committee, much less direct the actions of other branches or government agencies. And in the Appropriations Committee itself, there are already more than 100 members, with many vice chairs, and Representative Toby Tiangco, who has been very vocal and upfront on this issue over the past months, was himself a vice chair of the Appropriations Committee in the previous Congress. So I have to ask, if there were real concerns about irregularities in the budget process, why were these not formally raised during the deliberations or even during the plenary? The budget deliberation does not stop in the House. The Senate also conducts its own deliberations, reviews its own version, and plays its own role in shaping the final budget, and it is not a bystander. It is an active constitutional participant in this process. After that, the House and the Senate reconcile their versions in the bicameral conference committee. Only then is the final bill transmitted to the President for approval or veto. If corruption were to occur in a magnitude made known to us over the past months, then it's clear that the real corruption does not happen at the level of the general legislative approval alone. It happens at the level of execution of the General Appropriations Act. It happens when projects are implemented. It happens where projects are actually implemented, where procurement is undertaken, where monetary disbursements are actually made. And it happens when substandard projects are passed off as legitimate or when ghost projects are made to appear real. That is why command responsibility is far more logically relevant in the executive branch, where
ni Martin executive branch. Sino ba ang leader sa executive branch? Comment down below.
There is actually supervision, operational control, and implementation on the ground, then in the collegial legislative body where constitutional role is deliberation and appropriation. Congress does not build flood control projects. Congress does not conduct procurement. Congress does not inspect whether a project was actually completed. Congress does not certify whether the work done was substandard or not.
Hala, yun kabibig. Yun ang pasabog ni Martin
Be the
Romualdez. Diba? Yun ang pasabog ni Martin Romualdez kabibig. At eto pa, nakulaglagan kung laglagan na talaga hindi takot si Martin Romualdez kabibig. Bakit siya matatakot? Sabi ni Martin Romualdez kabibig, Romualdez tila nagbabala na kung babagsak siya, hindi niya hahayaang babagsak siyang mag-isa. If this is a political ploy to push me out, I will not go quietly. I will not go alone. Hala! Paano yan? Hindi siya mag-iisa. Damay-damay na. Naku po. Yan ang sinasabi. Ano bang komento ng ating mga netizen hinggil dito?